I feel like a single mom whose partner just happens to live in the same apartment. My husband is 39 years old. I'm 35. And right now, we're barely hanging on. Not as individuals, but as a couple. As a family. I've been wondering if I'm just overreacting, or if I'm finally seeing things clearly for the first time. I really need advice. We both grew up on the East Coast but met years ago on the West Coast, after college. I had moved out there chasing a job opportunity, and he was already working in professional sports. We hit it off, and everything moved fast, in a good way. We built a nice life, steady careers, a close circle of friends, 2 energetic dogs, and eventually, a baby. Life felt stable and even joyful. We lived in a city that wasn't flashy, but affordable. Our son had a spot in a wonderful daycare. I had a fulfilling job I had worked hard to get into. Our rent was manageable, and we had an actual support system. Friends who could help, neighbors who we trusted, routines that worked. And then, this past winter, everything changed. My husband was offered a new role, a big one. He's not a player but works on the coaching side of professional sports, and this job was technically a promotion, a chance to move from a second-in-command role in a respected minor league to a third-in-command position on a major league team. It was the kind of step you take if you want to get to the top someday. He saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime move. I saw it as maybe manageable. So, we uprooted. Packed our lives into boxes, left our friends behind, pulled our son out of daycare, and moved across a couple of states to a new city that's, to put it plainly, draining me dry. We now live in a much more expensive area. Rent alone is nearly $5,000 a month, for a 2-bedroom apartment. While his new salary is decent on paper, it's not keeping up with the cost of living here. I had to leave my previous job because remote wasn't an option, and I've taken a new one that pays less than half of what I used to earn. Daycare here? It's over $2,000 a month. We simply can't afford it. So now I'm juggling remote work with full-time parenting, and I'm completely overwhelmed. Exhaustion doesn't even begin to cover it. A typical day? My son wakes up before 6 in the morning. I get up with him, feed him, take the dogs out, then try to log into work while keeping him entertained. By mid-morning, we're usually out for a quick trip to the playground or a walk around the block, just so he gets some fresh air and stimulation. I take work calls while preparing lunch. I put him down for a nap and rush to cram in as much as possible before he's up again. Then it's dinner prep, more playtime, bath, bedtime, cleaning up, another dog walk, and finally logging back on to finish work. And my husband? He leaves around 4 in the morning and gets home between 4:30 and 5 in the evening, if I'm lucky. He's exhausted, I get it. He works incredibly long hours, up to 21 days in a row with only 2 days off. His job is intense. His boss is demanding. He's under a lot of pressure. But the thing is, so am I, and I have no one to hand anything off to. I've asked him for help, begged even. I've tried calmly explaining how much I'm holding on my own. I've cried. I've even threatened to leave, hoping it would shock him into realizing how serious this is. But he always says the same thing, that he is doing his best, that work is all-consuming, that this move is temporary and in 2 years it'll all pay off. But I don't know how I'm supposed to survive 2 years of this. He's done laundry exactly 0 times since we moved. Grocery shopping? Once. He's never attended one of our son's speech therapy sessions, which I schedule and manage entirely. The nights are the worst. I asked if he could take over walking the dogs in the evening. He got angry, said it wasn't fair since he has to be up before dawn. So, I keep doing it all. Weekends? He usually works through them. And on his rare weekends off, he's too tired to help. Meanwhile, I'm consumed with guilt that I work so much and don't give our son enough attention, so I fill our Saturdays and Sundays with adventures, zoo trips, crafts, outdoor time, trying to make up for the lack. I'm burning out, and no one seems to care. On top of that, there's no support network here. Our families are across the country. My mom visits when she can. She's taking our son for 2 weeks later this month and I'm counting the days, but day to day? We're alone. And even if I could find someone to help, we honestly couldn't afford to pay them. The emotional toll is massive. I've started fantasizing about just leaving. Taking the car, the dogs, and our child, and driving back to my mom's house. The idea of being a single mom doesn't scare me anymore. In fact, it sounds easier than pretending I have a partner who can help. Because right now, I don't. Mother's Day? He ran to the store that morning, grabbed a random greeting card, not even a Mother's Day one, they were sold out, and a potted plant from the floral aisle. Easter? He started a fight about hiding eggs for our toddler. Christmas Eve? He refused to help assemble toys, so I stayed up alone in the basement, crying while putting together gifts. On our son's birthday, I decorated the entire apartment alone while he complained about the mess and didn't buy a single gift. Our intimacy is gone. We've had sex once in 3 months. We barely talk, we just move around each other like two people sharing a space out of necessity. When I try to bring up how hard this has been, he gets defensive or shuts down entirely. Last night, I tried again. He snapped, yanked the dog leashes from the hook, and slammed the door. When he got back, he went straight to bed and slammed that door too. Meanwhile, I stayed up working. So now I'm here, writing this. Wondering if this is just a rough patch or if I'm looking at the slow death of our marriage. I used to believe that we were building something together. But now I'm just building alone. Is there something I'm not seeing? Something I should be doing differently? Should I still be trying, or is it time to walk away? Any advice would mean the world.